Nice to meet you.
Meet Kirk Bloodsworth, a death penalty survivor. He spent 9 years in jail, 2 on death row, for a crime he didn't commit.
Nobody can make up for the 9 years lost for something you didn't do.
He was convicted of raping and murdering a 9-year-old girl in 1985, based largely on this police sketch.
This whole thing began because my next-door neighbor I was living next to called the police and said, "It looks like my neighbor, Kirk."
5 witnesses, including 2 children, had described seeing a 6'5" blonde man with the girl, but later testified it was the 6-foot-tall, then red-haired Bloodsworth that they'd seen. This old footage shows him leaving jail in 1993, after DNA testing finally proved prosecutors had gotten the wrong man. Nationwide, 142 people sentenced to death have been exonerated, 18 of them as a result of DNA evidence. In the years since his release, Bloodsworth has toured the country campaigning against the death penalty, perhaps nowhere as vigorously as in his home state of Maryland.
If it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. I mean, it's that simple. I tell them my story, an honorably discharged Marine, no criminal record.
Maryland is the 6th U.S. state in 6 years to repeal the death penalty. And both lobbyists and lawmakers alike say it probably wouldn't have happened without Kirk Bloodsworth.
It would just be too much of a travesty if we had somebody be executed who was an innocent person. And I just couldn't let that happen, and Kurt helped me to understand that.
Having 82 votes in the affirmative, 55 in the negative, Senate Bill 276.
For Bloodsworth, the vote was his ultimate vindication.
I was happy. I mean, I killed the thing that almost killed me.
He believes the only way to prevent an innocent man from being sentenced to death is to do away with the death penalty altogether. He won't rest until the rest of the country follows Maryland's lead and does just that. Kristen Saloomey, Al Jazeera, Annapolis, Maryland.